What is the difference between kids and drugs? I don't hide drugs in my basement. What did the cannibal do after he dumped his girlfriend? Wiped his butt. I was mad at my ex-girlfriend, so I took her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? So I banged the boss's daughter today and didn't get fired. I'm self-employed. What do you call the intelligent people in the United States? Tourists.
What did the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend? He wiped his bum.
What do you call a gay person on fire? LGBTQ. What does a baby and a grenade have in common? They both make noise after you throw them. What is the best part about stage 4 cancer? There's no stage 5. What is a necrophiliac's safe word? I'm alive. What kind of person cannot learn from their mistakes? A bomb diffuser. What looks British but isn't British? Everything in the British Museum. What was Morgan Freeman called before the Civil War? Morgan.
What would Kobe Bryant be doing if he wasn't dead? Scratching on his coffin.
What's 1 plus 1? The amount of parents orphans don't have. What's the difference between a cop and a bullet? When a bullet kills somebody, you know for sure it's been fired. What's the difference between a model and a black guy? A model volunteers to get shot. What's the difference between Usain Bolt and Hitler? Usain Bolt could actually finish a race. What's the most expensive haircut in the world? Chemotherapy. Why did the slave go to college? To get his master's degree. Why do American guns only have 30 rounds in the clip? Because that's the average class size. Why the Chinese children don't believe in Santa? Because they're the ones making the toys. What do sex and food have in common? Grandma makes them both better. A black guy and Hispanic in the car who's driving. The cops. Dark humor is like a child with cancer. It never gets old. My grandfather told me that we were all too dependent on technology, so I switched off his life support. You know the best thing about killing a hooker? Not only do you get your money back, but the second hour is free. I thought opening a door for a lady was good manners, but she just screamed and flew out of the plane. Knock, knock. Who's there? Your dad, but my dad is dead. I know, just reminding you. My friend came out of the room with tears rolling down his face, and he said it's a boy. We never went back to Thailand after that. My girlfriend went to Tokyo, and she died in the tsunami. Since I was sad, my friend told me, "Don't worry, there's plenty more in the ocean." A policeman walks up to a van with 2 priests and says, "We're looking for 2 child molesters." The priests both look at each other for a moment and then say, "Okay, we'll do it." Imagine you could choose any superpower in the world, absolutely anything. What would it be and why? What do a short-sighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common? A wet nose. What do Christians and gays have in common? They both say, "Oh God," when they get on their knees. What do you call a 90-year-old black man? Antique farming tool. What do you call a blowjob from a girl with autism? A special head. What do you call a lesbian with braces? A box cutter. What do you get when you cross human DNA with goat DNA? You get kicked out of the petting zoo. What vegetable is good for memory? Cucumber, 'cause my uncle stuck it up my ass when I was 6, and I've never forgotten. What was the stupidest thing you genuinely believed and now find it ridiculous? What's another name for coming inside of a woman? Loading a dishwasher. What's the difference between a Catholic priest and a pimple? At least a pimple waits until you're a teenager before it comes on your face. What's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer? The taste.